mysterious shield's power, the secret of the shield that made the enemy flee. This is translated from Greek. Aspis was a mythical hero and king of Argos, which is in the Peloponnese of Greece, son of Ligeus and Danae, hypermaster, grandson of Danaos, wife of Aglaia, father of the twins of Acreus and Prithous, as well as being a Spartan. Now, according to the mythical tradition, he was a very brave warrior, a fact which makes his name endearing and courageous with supernatural powers. Now, the shield had a secret mystery. It was called the Avantia shield, and is said to have had miraculous effects to escape the enemies, which in later classical times the people of Argos honored as a sacred heirloom, a sacred shield, the Avantia shield. According to another tradition, Abbas the Argius from Argos, from the area of Sparta, Greece, was supposed to be the settler of the Pelasgian Argos area. Abbas was the first to run to his father and inform him of Danaos' death, and it was Lige's delight to hear that he had given his son the shield that he is said to have first constructed, as you consider her inventor, the shield of shield. It was the pinnacle of shields. Now, Abbas placed her in the sanctuary of the Temple of Hera and established fights against well-known Heraeans, during which the victory took her and surrounded her in the city accompanied by a procession. Her meaning the shield. But for another shield, it said that she was a teenager who ran away with the magical power of his shield, which later came to Danaos, who rebelled, dedicating it to the Heraean of Argos. Ligeus dared to unravel the tribute and offer it to his son Avada, who alone with him humiliated his opponents because the presence of the shield made the enemies flee. This tradition was also associated with the ancient custom according to which the victors of the Argos races, received in addition the crown and prize for a shield. This tradition of avant-garde shield, the avant-garde, avant comes from the word the avant shield, which I didn't know. So this is where it comes from. Avant-garde shield was invariably used by Virgil to flatter the Emperor Augustus, who defeated Antonius in Actio. The gods raced in favor of Octavio Augustus, made him capable of receiving the miraculous shield, the Avanta shield, which Aeneas, hung from Troy at the gates of the temple of Apollo at Actio. Abbas was a war veteran and had succeeded in dominating many places in Greece, where he left his name almost everywhere. The island of Evia is said to have taken its name from Evia or Avantis. He built Avas of Phorkida, Pelasgic Argos, and Stagriti informs us that Zygia Pindar calls it Avantos Agias Argos. He was scattered everywhere. That the shield scattered everywhere, fright, to such an extent that the various people who submitted themselves to him were frightened. This is what Stagireti says, even after his death, that when they only saw his shield, they would submit. And from his wife Ochilea, daughter of Mantineus, he gave birth to twin sons, Acrisius and Pretus. Okay, that's at least we get out of this that there used to be a very invincible shield. That's where we get the avant-garde from the Avanta shield of Argos the Peloponnese around Sparta. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.